we were not exactly, I think, in tune or had meshed well with the program, not with you, but with the program. Because I think we thought we were getting at the start, we were getting writers. And so there was a little bit of a not a hiccup, but okay, what do we do from here? And so, there was that initial kind of not discomfort, but okay, we thought writer, but you started to talk about video and voice, which is, and then it was okay, well, now we've got the podcast. And, one thing that we have always wanted, we've been around for 25 years as a print outlet. The podcast came along about 7 or 8 years ago, but what we've always been missing is that third leg of the chair. The third leg being video. So that it adds to the voice of the podcast, but the video, and today, the first episode here, is really the culmination of your internship with us, and that's the reason why you're here. And I don't want to make this about us, but for future interns, whether it's Humber or someplace else, what is your takeaway from the time that you spent with us at Pro Hockey News?
My biggest takeaway is if you want something, go for it.
Yeah,
Like you mentioned, you almost had a maybe basic assumption that we were going to be writers.
right.
And I came in and I said, no, no, I'm going to be a voice on this podcast, but I'm
Right,
also going to advance it into video and
right,
YouTube and TikTok and all the social
right,
media platforms.
right.
So my biggest takeaway is if you want something, go for it and never shy for any less.
I could hear that. I think I could hear that voice, of all things, the emails that we exchanged back and forth. I don't even remember when the first time that we actually exchanged audio, an audio recording back and forth, a voice or, something. It was always by email. And so what I took away from it, particularly with the email exchanges, was, well, it, we were going to lose out because it was obvious that you knew how to write. and um, and that's not all, it's a really writing is difficult, right? And but I heard your voice come through on the emails, and I thought, well, okay, let's go down this path that we've been looking to do for more than 10 years. And so have we really met your academic objectives? Because you haven't quite moved out into the professional realm. How many more? What have you got? Is this the end of? This is the end. You're going to graduate.
Yes, this is my last
Yeah,
semester.
this is your last semester. And so, have we in fact met that need? Um, I'm pretty sure you would have said something otherwise, but um, for a future intern, what is it that we've been able to succeed in doing for you?
I don't want to make this sound in any way a bad thing. You guys are very lenient. You guys are very accepting and also very appreciative. And that was probably the biggest thing that made me think, you know what, I can absolutely be here and continue doing what I like doing while also being appreciated and knowing that what I do, whether, if there's something that needs to be changed, it will be told. But other than that, you put in the work and you're showing the appreciation for, which I don't think a lot of other companies have when they are so, you know, big time, right? For
Yeah,
example, like, CBC News,
right,
the Hockey News.
right.
I know people that have done their internships at the Hockey News that don't have the same appreciation level that just you have for me, let alone everybody else.
A lot of that, I think, is if you look at the of the folks that you have been dealing with, not dealing with, sorry, that's the wrong way to put it, that you have been working with. Um, all of them have um, advanced educations. And I, I'm the one with the more advanced. And I've seen how students have been treated in the past, and you all are coming in and, just to talk about you, it was immediately a professional relationship, starting with the emails. And then the first time that you came into the podcast, let's face it, your professionalism led to you hosting. You were the host at least once, right?
Yes.
And we don't. Um, my goal has always been to try and help anyone who's coming up behind us. One of the things I said to you was that we're 25 years old, and like in dog years, we're like 120 years old. We're worse than the old gray lady at the New York Times. And so what has our lenience, especially mine, is based in the fact that Joanne provided that opportunity to have a relationship between Humber and Pro Hockey News. And one of the first things I think I said to you was that having a voice, a younger voice, a different voice come in and provide that watermark over Pro Hockey News is absolutely essential if this organization is going to be around long after pushing up daisies or whatever it is that happens. After 25 years, we need to keep moving on, and so having that voice has always been important to us. But we've probably exceeded the 10 minutes here, Nicholas. But what I'd like to do is get an idea of, okay, you're going to graduate where, under ideal conditions, where would you see yourself in that first position coming out of college?
Ooh, that's a great question. I've thought about end goal a lot,
Yeah.
and my end goal since, realizing that this is where I want to be has been commentary and play-by-play.
Play by
I
play.
I want to be like Joe Bowen, whether, my face is there or not.
Yeah.
I want my voice to be something that people know and people remember. I want to be something in this industry that isn't just a side character. So I don't really have an answer for what my first step is after college,
Right.
but I'm going to do everything in my power to make my dream a reality. Whatever I have to do, continuing podcasts, continuing working wherever I can, I'm going to do whatever I have to do. That's going to get me to the place I want to be.
Terrific. And because of the experience that we've had with you, and everything else that's been going on, I mean, obviously we are enamored of um, of your participation with us and your interactions with us. The relationship has been absolutely smooth, and so um, I'm really glad we had you as the first guest. I can't wish you more success than I can't wish you anything more than absolute success down the road, and I know that it's going to be there. Interesting that you talk about play by play. We can talk about that some other time, but that was always what I thought I was going to do someday. And then I got the science bug, and that was the end of that. Um, I used to listen to Marv Albert, New York Rangers broadcaster, from way back when. He was always the best. But Nicholas, I really appreciate you being the first one. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you, and what you have done for Pro Hockey News in such a short period of time. Um, we're better for having had you as an intern, and we really appreciate it. Um, so, to everyone else out there watching, thanks for the 10 minutes or perhaps 30 minutes by the time this is all cut up. Maybe we'll do two or three different episodes out of this, or 1A, B, and C. But thanks for listening, watching, and we'll be back for episode 2 in short order.